in terms of the turnaround, when you compare what Telugu and Tamil cinema is doing in terms of trying to get back into action, as it were, how do you see them compare, the Southern film industry compare with what Mumbai is trying to do or is able to do with the restrictions?
See, one is, first, you can't compare all the cities because the population of Bombay or the proximity that people stay in Bombay is much, much closer than Hyderabad or in Chennai also in that sense. See, here it's, see, you guys are bound by sea from one side. So that's how much the city can grow, right? And obviously it's the financial capital. It's everything, not entertainment, but everything large that happens in this country has a relevance in Bombay, and definitely from a financial standpoint.
Sure.
So that's a much bigger piece. See, today it's the bigger you are, the harder it gets to get back up. So I think it's just Bombay just needs to use the support of everything that's available in India, and then just wait till everything clears back. See, that's more a city thing, and we just got to react to how the city and the governance is giving us guidelines and saying, here you go, okay, we can do this. Let OTT start. Television can begin. Let television begin. If cinema like this can start, cinema with less characters and nature can begin. So I think that we just have to take that priority order based on guidelines of how other industries, other factories are working, because it's ultimately it's the same across the board, right?
No, so there is the infrastructure side of it, which is, of course, the kind of studios that you bring to the table, like Ramoji brings to the table, which is one reason that you have the crew in a closed environment and they're not returning home every day. So it becomes easier to control any kind of infections that are likely to happen. That's one side of the story. The other side, of course, is the kind of rules that apply. Like people over the age of 65 can't be on the sets, whether it's talent, technicians, and that puts its own kind of pressures on resumption of shoots. So when you compare those two scenarios as well, how do the two industries, the Southern film industry and Bollywood, compare?
See, it's. I think that applies to everybody, right? That's human and virus. So that's whether you're in Bombay, Hyderabad, it's the same thing that it's going to do to you. Now, see, I think with the way we're looking at things and the reason we were able to get back a little bit as a company and as an industry a little bit in that sense was we just took on priority, right? Okay, now if this is not allowed, we don't do that. If this is allowed, let's just do what's allowed, right? See, the beauty of content today, or the democratic nature of content, is so much that you can make what you want. See, today I'm doing an animation film. I'm doing an animation talk show that I'm working on. Now, this is something that I never did before. But the idea is everyone finds a new job, everyone finds something that's interesting and that can keep you creatively engaged for the creative people. And ultimately, there is still buyers. There is still the OTT. There is still broadcast. All of them are still running and tight, right? So I think it'll just give rise to a new, interesting bunch of content for the next 12 months.